Hey everybody, this is Tommy G.
And PJ.
And we are coming to you from San Diego, California. home of these Platypi, and these are some Platypi fans you see here walking the streets in front of you. Beautiful town, Pete, but I wouldn't want to live there.
No, sir. It's nice to drive through, but not stop in.
Yeah, we're getting out of here as soon as possible. Hopefully getting home. Hopefully coming out here with a win. This is the one seasonal game we play between these two teams being out of conference. You can see as it's coming up on the board here. This is game number 36 of 44 for us. And it's going to be Japani against Zuma. And the Platypi are coming off a win. They're out on the road in Oakland. They beat the Outlaws, I think 5-2 or something like that. So they'll be ready to take things on here. If I'm gonna back out and go to the standings real quick. Yeah, Platypi are, looks like they're vying for. Oh, they're tied up first place in the Uncharted Division.
Yeah, they are. 2.5 games ahead of the Outlaw who they just beat.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Well, speaking of just beat, I guess we might as well talk about that last game real quick, Pete. Not only do we see a reversal in the outcome in this last game, we saw a reversal in how the game started. This time the Sirloins struck first. In the top of the first inning with a runner on second base, who else but Hammerlung Ballo steps up and drills this one out over the wall in right field. Before there's even an out, the score is 2-0 Sirloins. Hammer's just a monster. But the Beewolves, they get one back quickly on the bottom of the first. After Freddie Knox gets to third on a triple, Billy LeBoink brings him home when he grounds out to second, and by the end of the first inning, it was 2-1 Sirloins, and the end score of their first outing of the season. They've only they've had 2 games, and they were 1-point contests prior to this game.
Yeah, you had mentioned before that I think this is going to be a rivalry that's shaping up here, the Beewolves and the Sirloins.
Well,
and that's what you see in rivalry games, one run games, tight ones.
It's healthy, steel sharpens steel. Deshaun Levon gets his first strikeout of the night against Preston Anonymous with a swing at a wild pitch that Eliza Peck has to track down and hurl to first. He gets his second in the top of the third when he puts this one past Cat Stanza. The very next batter, Hammerlung Ballo, does what few power hitters accomplish, and that's to start the game with 2 home runs on 2 at-bats, Pete. He had Levon's number. It was like batting practice. He's such a dangerous hitter.
He did, yeah. He did at the start of the game. He seemed to be able to read Levon like a book, but Levon got back at him. Started to come back at him toward the end.
Yeah, I know your knees start to shake when the third time he's at bat and he's 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. But Levon takes it out on Lloyd Cook to get the second out of the inning. But then the very next batter, Pete, is Filet Jones. And I got to say, I don't think I've seen a more powerful home run than the one Filet hits off Deshaun Levon on the very next pitch. This one's an absolute meteor. This thing hit the building behind the left field bleachers. The ball went 477 feet. Pete, 477 feet.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I know it was a rocket. I mean, Tommy said during the game when Filet hit it, you could just like the whole stadium shook. It was power behind that hit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna forget that one. I mean, that's gonna be one that I remember. Too bad it wasn't one of ours. Well, Levon remains composed. He gets right back out there and puts away Sirloin's pitcher Bugsy Snuggs to end the top of the fourth. Then, in the bottom of the fourth, Magic Moore steps up with 2 outs and 2 on and pushes one out past the mound into center field and brings the Beewolves to within 2. Then, in the top of the fifth, Levon gets into the groove when he drops Cat Stanza again. This is followed in the bottom of the fifth by another great hit by Billy LeBoink, which brings in Freddie Knox, and the Beewolves battle their way back to within a run of the tie. Levon then continues to produce with his 7th strikeout, dropping Anonymous in the top of the 7th. And then in the bottom of the 7th, the Beewolves drop the hammer. First when Buster Biggs drives this one out into right field with bases loaded, bringing in the tie run. That was before Elora Franco comes to bat. Again, with bases still loaded in the bottom of the 7th, and the game just recently tied, the power-hitting first basewoman who has been punching below the belt for much of the season gets all the first pitch from Shady, who came in to relieve Snuggs, and we get to see the rare Beewolves grand slam home run at home in Phoenix, and the place goes nuts, just like that. And with one swing of the bat, the Beewolves jump out in front 8-4 and enjoy a late game 4-run lead. I was screaming.
Yeah, that was very exciting. I was very impressed with the Beewolves too. Like you said, Longballo comes out and is just hitting the ball a ton. Filet Jones is hitting long bombs, and it would have been really easy for the Beewolves to kind of pack it in and go, here we go again. But they stuck in there, and I mean, they picked up a run here, a run there, but they didn't give up, and then finally it broke open in the 7th. So, way to go, Beewolves.
Yeah, they're riding high after that grand slam. And then Bertha Banks decides to get in the action. She comes up right after Franco and gets a home run of her own. This one out over the left field wall, putting the Beewolves out ahead by yet another run. The atmosphere was electric. Electric!
Yes, sir.
Sir Rudy Ree. And Bertha Banks, man, the most walked batter in the league. Well, Levon ends his day by capping off his Nemesis hammer along Ballo with this 8th inning strikeout. But the Beewolves offense wasn't done, and Alora Franco decides to contribute again, this time with a rocket that Hayata can't quite corral, and the score's 10-4 Beewolves. It's officially a blowout at this point. The score fest finally comes to a close in the 8th, still in the 8th inning, when Magic Moore drives this one to a diving Lloyd Cook, who makes a great stop, but he can't get it the first in time, and it's 11-4 Beewolves. 11-4. What's the math on that, Pete? Says 7-run lead?
Yes, sir.
Well, then in the 9th inning, Balfour comes in and puts away Filet Jones to lock things up before Boomer Platoon rolls this one to Bertha Banks, who picks it up in stride and whips it to first to close out the game, and the Beewolves win in grand fashion. Pete, the Sirloins won both their games by 1 point, like I said, but the Beewolves won their only game by 7.
Yeah, and it was nice to see. The Beewolves flexing some muscle and showing some ability to hit the long ball. They don't get a lot of credit by the league for being power hitters, but yeah, they could go deep when they need to.
They just needed that confidence. All right.
Yes, sir.
That brings us to today's game. This is regular season game 36-44. The Beewolves 16-19 contact specialists. Like you say, they're great contact, pretty good, real good rotation, good at speed and defense. They're going to go up against the 18-17 Platypi, tied for first place in their division. They're contact specialists as well, with good defense and a good bullpen. So it's going to be a real close match here. Starting for the Beewolves is going to be one of our best pitchers, Fran Japani, the right-hander. She throws the ball pretty hard with enough movement on it. Not the most accurate in the league, but accurate enough. She's 2-2 on the season with a 4.43 ERA and a 1.29 WHIP.
Yeah, and let's hope she can get into move ahead with the wins there. Go 3-2 after today. The notable players for the Beewolves, Alora Franco, who we were talking about not too long ago. Over the past 2 games, she's got 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. So she's just seeing the ball really well right now. She's got an excellent power. She's got extremely good ability to connect and good speed on the base paths when she can get on there. She's hitting .374 for the season with 5 home runs. Buster Biggs out in left field, who has just moved into a tie for the most hits in the league. He's playing left field. He's got great power. He's got a great ability to connect at the base paths, and he's got excellent speed. He's hitting .395 on the season with 6 home runs. And the walk queen of the league, Bertha Banks, is locked in. She's playing third base. She's got better than average power, better than average ability to connect, and then she's got about average speed on the base paths. She's hitting .313 with 4 home runs. So what a difference. I mean, it wasn't that long ago where we were talking about how few home runs our team had, and now you look at these 3 players with 15 home runs.
Yeah.
So
it's good. It's good to see that ball coasting over the wall. Well, they're going to be facing off against the locked-in Rufus Zuma, who's looking like a berserker there with the war paint on. He's the right-hander for the Platypi. He doesn't throw the ball in too hard, but he puts good movement on it, and he's really accurate. He's got a 0-1 record on the season, a 4.02 ERA, and a 1.40 WHIP.
Sir, and the notable players for the Platypi, Beefcake McStevens at third base. Excellent power, amazing ability to connect, and very good speed on the base pass. He's in .260 with 6 home runs. You got Muffin Studwick in left field, and he is on fire right now, Tom. He's got a little bit better than average power. He's got great ability to connect, and he's got better than average speed on the base pass. He's hitting 311 on the season with 6 home runs. And then Rodriguez over at third base, she's locked in with great power. Less than average ability to connect, but about average speed. Hitting 256 with 6 home runs. So our 15 home runs and their 17 home runs. So it's going to be a tight matchup.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she's got 5. I think you said 6 home runs, but 5, yeah. Still, they're all 3. Man, that McStevens scares me, I tell you. Look at that face.
Yeah, yeah.
Getting the new lineup for this assistant coach right now. It looks like this, starting off the batting order, it's going to be Freddie Knox, who's going to play second base again.
Well, he's been playing really well.
Yeah, this time, though, he's not. It looks like we got Dexter's back in the game, though. He's replacing Gina Torrens, who is rattled at second base. So she needs a little bit of time off here in San Diego. So anyway, followed by Knox is the recently returned Dexteris, who pulled that hamstring several games back. He's finally back in it now, and he was on the uptick when we left. He's not 100%, but he's well. He's just under 100%, so he's got the go-ahead from the trainer to go ahead and get out there. Batting behind him, third, Laura Franco's come up 1 in the number. She'll be at first base today.
Maybe Eliza Peck could give Dexteris some of that juice she's been taking.
Yeah. Well, Ruby Green's going to be designated hitting and batting 4th. Buster Biggs will be in left field. He'll bat 5th. Batting 6th, Bertha Banks, who's locked in, as you mentioned. Batting 7th behind the plate today is Steve Monstour. He's going to give Peck a little bit of a rest because you get that wear and tear crouching down there behind the plate. She's not quite 100% physically. Billy LeBoink in right field. And then following up at the end, Magic Moore center field, as we know. And like we said, Fran Giappani will not bat today because we're in their home conference, so she gets to take a break there. But she throws the 4-finger, the 2-finger, the curveball, the slider, the changeup, just about anything you can imagine she throws.
But does she throw them well? Stay tuned.
Yes,
find out.
We'll find out today.
Ooh, a night game in Colonial Plaza.
Beautiful night.
Yes, I just love the baseball parks. I mean, there's nothing better. Starry night, lights are on, grass is green. What else do you need?
A lot of memories at this park too. Remember the playoffs here against the Freebooters, or with the Freebooters against the Moonstars?
Coming up for the Platypi, Kaufman, the designated hitter, Bacon in center field, McStevens at short, Studwick at first, Rodriguez at third, Crowds in left field, Thomas catching, Cartman at second base, and Hand in right field. Designator hitter Kaufman leading off. Coming up at the top of the first, Freddie Knox, Hanley Dexteris, and Laura Franco as Rufus Zuma gets the sphere and gets ready to start this game here. Play ball!
Now batting, the second
there you go. I beat him to it. Freddie Knox, the second baseman. He's locked in and fit. Hitting .382 with 2 home runs and 9 RBIs. First pitch is up from Zumar. That's in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike quickly. That one's outside. Ball 2. That's a smash into center field, and Studwick, Wally Bacon, I'm sorry.
Looked like Studwick.
They all kind of look the same back there.
Hanley Dexteris coming up, hitting up to 301 now on this season. He's neutral. He's getting back in this game. Good to see him there. First pitch is in there for strike to Dexteris. Second one he gets way ahead of it. Now he's 0-2 in the count. But he's a tough out. Utility player. Gets that one real hard again down the right field side, foul. Still 0-2 with 1 out. Top of the first, no score. Pops that one up in the left center field, running to grab it's Bacon, who's doing everything so far for the Platypi, and the outfield today.
The first baseman.
True. Laura Franco, the first baseman, she's neutral and fit, hitting .374 with 5 home runs. Wally Bacon's going to come down a size. Got him running around back there. That's in there for a called strike. No balls, 1 strike to Franco.
Oh.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
Oh.
Swing and a miss, and Franco goes down on strikes.
3 pitch
3 up,
strikeout.
3 down. Coming up in the bottom of the first, Kitty Kaufman, Willie Bacon. It's not even Wally, it's Willie. And then Beefcake McStevens.
Wally's brother.
Yeah, I guess so. Going to look at Fran Giappani. Kitty Kaufman, the second baseman, is 10th and 5th. She's hitting .258. She's designated hitting today, and I'm pitching, so I should shut up.
She's Fran Giappani's pitching. She's tough out. as well, too. First pitch in there for a strike. And the Beewolves starting pitcher Japani starting off on a good foot. Now inside corner popped up. That's going behind first base. Freddie Knox back to get it. First out.
Way to go, Freddie.
Willie Bacon, Wally's younger brother. 314 with 2 home runs in the season and 15 RBIs. Normally a very good contact hitter. Locked in as well. A little added power. Bacon leaning back in the stance. Wind up the delivery by Japani. Misses inside. Ball 1. Second one misses outside. Ball 2. Now she wants to put it between the wickets for her third pitch. There's the curve. Makes it to Knox, who dives over, grabs it. Chucks it to first to Japani. Gets a good out. Way to play there by the Knox man.
Yes, sir. Freddie Knox showing up early.
Beefcake McStevens, 260. 6 home runs, 24 ribbies. And Japani getting ready to throw her 6th pitch. Steve Monstour gives her the signal, winds up inside corner, strike 1. Way to go. Fiber ahoy, breakfast in, breakfast out. Bottom of the first inning, swinging him in a strike 3. Nice slider on the outside corner there by Francis Japani. 2 strikes, 2 outs. That one's hit past the mound. Dexter's going to pick it up barehanded, throw it to first, 3 down.
All right, 3 up, 3 down for the Platypi. Coming up in the top of the second, Ruby Green, Buster Biggs, and Bertha Banks. Zuma threw 11 pitches with 1 strikeout in that first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors for either team as we head into the top of the second. Ruby Green, the designated hitter, neutral fit, hitting 296 on the season.
Doing well, looking good too. Takes her first pitch in for a strike. 96 miles an hour pitch from Rufus Zuma. That one hit right back over his head into center field. That's going to be a nice single by Ruby Green, who does the designated hitting job as expected.
All right.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Left fielder, Beefcake Buster Biggs is neutral and fit. 395. We got Beefcake on the mind here. His fielding is suffering for some reason, so I don't know if he's injured. That's in the it's a loaf. Ball 1. That one's inside. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes with no outs. That's a smash up the middle into center field, and Willie Bacon's going to pick it up and make the throw to Beefcake McStevens. Runners at first and second with no outs.
Wow, how about that, man? He's just crazy. Bertha Banks comes in now, locked up, fit, 312, 4 home runs. Looking for number 5, takes the first pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. No outs, top of the second, still no score. Hits that one hard. That gets to Cartman, who picks up the second toss. Gets that first out at second base, and I got runners in the corners with 1 out.
Yes, sir. And Steve Monstour, the catcher, steps in. He's neutral and fit, hitting 397 on the season with 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. And he's got good power against right-handed pitchers. That one's inside. Ball 1. 1-0 with 1 out. There's a smash. That's going up the middle into center field. And the Beewolves will get on the board first.
Yes.
1-0.
Boy, they're pretty regular there with that first score. Billy LeBoy comes up 342, 3 home runs, 20 RBIs. Man on first and second with still only 1 out. Zumar throws a 20. Oh, and that one's hit hard, Pete. Deep to center field, going back, off the wall. The lead runner is going to come in and slide in for the score. It's 2-0 now. Good RBI there.
Yes, sir. Magic Moore, the center fielder's neutral and fit. He's 353 on the season. He's playing center field for the Beewolves, who are up 2-0. That's in there for called strike. Strike 1. That's in there for called second strike. And very quickly, Moore's in the hole, 0-2. That one's high. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. That's a kind of a floater to the second baseman, makes the catch. The runners are able to get back. So
Freddie Knox. Freddie Knox already 0 for 1. He's already been up today. This is his second inning. They've already gone through the whole rotation. Freddie Knox hits it hard, but Cartman dives out of second base, throws it to first for the 3rd out.
But the Beewolves pick up 2 runs on 4 hits, so it's Beewolves 2, Platypi nothing. Muffin Studwick, Sky Rodriguez, and Rory Crowd's going to face Japani, who threw 8 pitches in her half of the first inning.
Great start.
Yes, sir. Muffin Studwick, the left fielder's on fire and fit, hitting 311. He's got 6 home runs and 22 RBIs. This guy's trouble. Muffin Studwick.
Well, the capital T, which rhymes with P.
That's popped up. That's in foul territory, but Franco's under it and makes the catch for the first out. One out, Sky Rodriguez. The third baseman, she's locked in and fit. She's hitting .256, 5 home runs, and 16 RBIs on the season. Bonnie's first pitch to Rodriguez is low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. That's in there for another ball. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out with Sky Rodriguez at bat. That's going right to Freddie Knox on the ground. He'll pick it up, make the throw to Franco to retire Rodriguez. And we've got 2 quick outs. Rory Krause, the left fielder. He's hitting .360 on the season, playing left field for the Platypi. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. There's another ground ball to Freddie Knox. Picks it up, throws it to Franco for the 3rd out. It's getting to be old hat for Knox to Franco. Coming up in the top of the 3rd, Hanley Dexter 0 for 1. Laura Franco 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Ruby Green 1 for 1. And Zumar's thrown 26 pitches with 1 strikeout and 4 hits. Beewolves holding on to a 2-0 lead. Dexter is playing shortstop. He's a tough out utility player. He's feeling neutral and well. Again, still nursing a little bit of a strain on that hammy. Very quickly, the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dexteris. There's Beefs. Oh, line drive, and Beefsteak McStevens was able to lay out and make the catch.
Boy, good catch by McStevens. Franco up 0 for 1. She did a 3-pitch strikeout the first time up there. She's her first pitch for a ball. 1-0 the count, top of the 3rd, 2-0 Beewolves. Second pitch evens up at 1 apiece from Zumar. Throws his 32nd pitch. Misses ball 2. Got some probably equipment there to Zumar on the mound. Pops that one up on the left side and running over for it's the 3rd basewoman Rodriguez grabs it for the 2nd out.
The designated hitter Ruby Green, she's an RBI man, 1 for 1 with the single, but she's coming up with the bases empty and 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. It's a ground ball to Beefsteak McStevens, picks it up, double pumps, makes the throw to Studwick to get Ruby Green. 3 up, 3 down as we head into the bottom of the 3rd. Tugboat Thomas, Carrie Cartman, and Linda Hand coming up, and they finally will get through their lineup here. For Japani's at 13 pitches, giving up no hits. Beewolves holding on to a 2-0 lead.
Tugboat Thomas at .292 this season with 12 RBIs. Tugboat's the catcher for the Beewolves. You can tell by the glasses. You've seen him behind the plate all day long. Hits that one hard to Freddie Knox. Oh, who dives out of the way. Jumped a little bit too soon on that. That should have been an out, but Knox, I don't know if he tripped or what happened there.
The second baseman,
Carrie Cartman comes up at 186. Japani's probably gonna be upset she lost her no-hitter on that, awful play out there. Pitch number 15 makes it in, strike 1. Don't have to worry about speed at first base. It's not gonna be going anywhere. Second pitch outside corner. That goes to Freddie Knox, who's gonna toss it to first. To Dexter's for the 2nd, and then back to first for the double play. So they clean it up in time for Linda Hand to come out. The right fielder, Linda Hand, hitting .216. Last batter in the lineup. Got a little swagger in her hip there, and the left-hand batter box. Japani winds up, lets it fly. Inside corner, strike 1. Linda Hand has got more power than contact. She's about average in either. 2 strikes, and Japani's ahead of her. Throwing only her 19th pitch. That one's foul off. She may get out of the 3rd inning with 20 pitches, Pete, if she plays the cards right here. She looks at them. She deals them. Popped up down the left side. That's going to go over on the first 3rd base side. Foul ball. I don't know why that was so difficult for me to say. Another foul ball. She's making Japani pitch to her. She's hitting the ball. She's just not putting it in play. Japani now throwing her 22nd pitch. Anticipated that one. It's hit hard down the right field line. It's going to turn foul. And it's out of there, but foul ball. Wow, she really jacked that one. That'll make you think twice. Japani's on number 23. And misses, rolls away. She's having problems putting away Linda Hand here. And all of a sudden the pitch count comes back up. There she goes, high inside corner, finally gets out of it. Hand didn't like it, still talking.
Whew! Yeah, she was a tough one. So the Platypi pick up a hit, but it's still Beewolves 2, Platypi nothing. Buster Biggs 1 for 1, Bertha Banks 0 for 1, and Monstour 1 for 1. Zumar's up to 34 pitches, still got that 1 strikeout, and still only giving up 4 hits. So he's been locked down for a bit now. Buster Biggs, the left fielder,
He's 1 for 1 in the day, hitting almost 400 again. He's just insane. First pitch is there for a ball. He's just waiting to see which one's his favorite.
Ow.
Ooh, he swings at a bad one. Pops it up. Second baseman Cartman comes in and grabs it for the first down.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Bertha Banks is locked in and fit. She's 0 for 1 in the day, hitting 309. Finally locked in. I thought she was locked in before. It was a Laura Franco's. Zumar sneezed. Wiped something all over the ball. That's nasty. Ball one.
Check that thing. Uh-oh.
That's a looper into left field. That's going to drop in front of crowds. Who's going to pick it up and get it into Cartman. But Bertha Banks has reached first safely. So runner on first with 1 out.
And here comes Steve Monstour, who's 1 for 1. He's got good power against these right-handers like Zumar. Ooh, hits it hard, but behind him. First base line out of play. Foul ball souvenir here in San Diego. Zumar throwing pitch number 40. Makes it outside corner, strike 2. Oh, 2 count, 1 out. Get a runner at first. Hits that one on the ground. Cartman picks up, throws it to first, but Banks makes it to second.
So, runner at second base in Bertha Banks with 2 outs. Billy LeBoink steps into the batter's box. He favors the high pitch. That one's too high. Ball 1. Zumar at 42 pitches. That's fouled off along the first baseline. Count is evened up. 1 ball, 1 strike. LeBoink double checks the signals. That's a shot, and that's going into right field, and everybody's going to hold up. Maybe could have tested it, but Bertha Banks thought better of it.
Good
stayed
throw
at third.
from right field. There was a lot of power on that throw. I don't know. Here comes Magic Moore hitting 350. I didn't see what he was on the day. I think he was 1-0. Runners at first and third with 2 outs. First pitch is in there for a strike. Top of the fourth, 2-0. Beewolves over the Platypi. That one's a ball, evened up at 1 apiece. Beewolves looking good here today offensively. Yeah, that one's hit hard to left center field. It's going back, but it's not going to be far enough. Caught at the wall. Willie Bacon for the 3rd out.
Damn it. But the Beewolves pick up 2 more hits, but it's Beewolves 2 runs on 6 hits. Platypi no runs on 1 hit. Kitty Kaufman 0 for 1, Willie Bacon 0 for 1, and Beefcake McStevens 0 for 1. Japani's thrown 24 pitches, got a strikeout, and given up 1 hit. Kaufman's tense, playing second base. She's 0 for 1 on the day. She steps into the batter's box. Kaufman's designated hitting today. Takes the first pitch for a cold strike. Strike 1. That's in there for a called second strike. Japani just spit all over her mitt. That was gross. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs to Kaufman. She takes that pitch outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a slow roller. Monstour's out in front of home plate, gets the ball and throws out Kaufman at first base for 1 out. Willie Bacon, the center fielder's locked in and fits. He's 0 for 1 in the day. Had a lot of work in the first inning. That one's low, ball 1. 1-0. That's in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, Bacon. Things have kind of quieted down for him lately. That one's outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. But the Beewolves kept him busy in the first inning. That one's up, ball 3. And Bacon is in the driver's seat. 3 balls, 1 strike. That's in there for a called strike. The count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bases empty with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. That's in there for a called 3rd strike. Bacon doesn't like it. He's John with the umpire. He should have been thrown out of here. Here comes Beefcake McStevens. He's 0 for 1. Nobody on, 2 outs. Beewolves with a 2-run lead. That's in there for a called strike on the inside corner. There's a broken bat. Pop-up to Freddie Knox at second base for the 3rd out. And once again, 3 up, 3 down for the Platypi. Coming up in the top of the 5th, Freddie Knox 0 for 2. Hanley Dexter is 0 for 2. And Laura Franco 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Zoomer's up to 47 pitches with a strikeout, giving up 6 hits. This part of the lineup has to start getting productive, Tommy.
They do.
Freddie Knox, the second baseman, is 0 for 2 today. But he's locked in and fit. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Takes the second, but both of those were a little high, but 0-2 to Knox. That's a flare into right center field, and he's going to pull into first base with a leadoff single. So Freddie Knox standing at first with nobody out. Let's get something going here, Dexteras.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised at how the Platypi aren't doing a little better than this. They don't look like a first-place team right here. Dexter's looking at his first pitch from Rufus Zuma. Pitch number 51 floats in there for a strike. Oh, on the count. Second pitch. That's hit. Oh, it's going to be a double play. Cartman tossed to second. Oh, no. Wow. Dexter's used that speed, runs it out at first. So they get the lead runner.
Yes, sir. So Dexter's at first with one out, and Alora Franco steps in. She's 0 for 2. Oh, they throw over to first to keep Dexter's close. No balls, no strikes. That's in there for called strike. Strike 1. That one's down. Ball 1. 1-1.
Oh, what is she hitting that for?
There's a little flare to McStevens at first. Oh, and they get the double play. So over to flip to second and then over to first for the double play. And we're going into the bottom of the 5th. Muffin Studwick, Sky Rodriguez, and Rory Crouch. Japani's at 36 pitches with 2 strikeouts and a hit. Beewolves 2. Platypi nothing.
The first baseman, Muffin Studwick.
Muffin Studwick. I didn't catch what he was doing there. Great contact hitter. Real solid. On fire this season. Watches the first pitch go in there. Ball. 1-0 count to Muffin. Second pitch makes it on the outside corner. 1 apiece. Studwick looking for his third pitch. Hits that one hard past Chapani. Magic Moore picks it up. Tosses it into Dexter's. Hold him up at first. They get their second hit of the game.
Now batting. Baseman,
Sky Rodriguez 0 for 1. She's got power against lefties. Contact against lefties. And that doesn't help her against Fran Japani. He's throwing pitch number 40 right now. That gets away from Monstour, who's got to pick it up and toss. It's not going to be there in time. And the runner advances to second base now. No outs. And they got a runner in scoring position. Inside corner, strike 2. He's out ahead of Sky Rodriguez. See if she can get her chasing something. She does. Nice pitch. Nice strike out there. Got her chasing a bad pitch high and outside. Rory Crowds 0 for 1 hitting 346. Still got that fast batter at second. Plays at first. Goes back to second. Knox tries to pick him off. Doesn't work, but a good attempt to keep him close. Bottom of the 5th inning. 2-0 Beewolves. That one is outside. Ball 1. Another count. Pitch number 44. Grounded down past the first base side. 1-1-1 to Rory Crowds. Check swing. Strike 2. That was in there. Still looking determined. In the right-hand batter's box. Kicks the dirt. Japani gets a signal. Throws it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Another K for Japani. He's playing like a crazy person today, Pete.
Yes, sir. She's starting to fire up the engines here, partner.
Although Thomas 1 for 1 with a single. That was one that Freddie Knox overran. Throw to second. Not in time. Freddie Knox was just so fast. He didn't need to jump when he did. First pitch in there for strike. 1-1 the count. Second pitch, check swing, strike 2, and Japani's in the driver's seat. Get your squelch light, Pete. Hey, strike 3. 3-pitch strike on Japani.
All right, so going into the top of the 6th, Ruby Green 1 for 2, Buster Biggs 1 for 2, Bertha Banks 1 for 2. Zumar's up to 55 pitches with a strikeout, 7 hits. Beewolves with 2 runs on 7 hits. Platypi, no runs, 2 hits. As we head in, Ruby Green, the designated hitter, 1 for 2 with a single. She's hitting 304 on the season with 2 home runs.
She is. She is indeed. There's the pitch. Strike 1, 84 miles. A little coming off the speed from Zumar's throws here. That one's wild. Ball 1, 1 apiece. Inside corner, strike 2. 1-2 the count to Ruby. Swings at a low pitch. Sits back the mound. Zumar stops it, picks it up, throws it. 1 down.
Buster Biggs, the left fielder, neutral and fit, 1 for 2 with a single. Batting average is up to 396. 1 out with nobody on. Biggs takes the first pitch for a called strike. Strike 1. That one's outside. Ball 1. 1-1 to Buster Biggs. That's outside. Ball 2. 2-1 to Biggs. That's in there. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Biggs lifts that one into left field, and Crouch is able to get over there and get under it for the second out. 2 outs.
Bertha Banks locked in. 1 for 2 the single, and that's it for Rufus Zuma. And Remington Sharp's going to come in, the relief pitcher for the Platypi. He is an A-, 4.38 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, 31 Ks on the year. He's neutral. Throws the ball hard. He's got good enough movement on it. He's really accurate. But he's known as a K-Dud. He's got the forefinger, the two-finger, and he changes things up with the slider on occasion. And here's his first pitch to the lefty to Bertha. She tags it in the right field. Line drive, but it's into the hand-to-hand for the third out.
Oh, boy. Come on, Beewolf offense. We got to get something going here. Coming up in the bottom of the sixth, Carrie Cartman 0 for 1. Linda Hand 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And Kitty Kaufman 0 for 2. Japani's at 49 pitches, 5 strikeouts, and giving up 2 hits. Carrie Kaufman, the second baseman's neutral and fit. He's 0 for 1 in the day. He's only hitting 182 on the season. Japani's settling in. There's a ground ball to Franco, who's going to take it herself, step on first base for the first out. 1 out. Linda Hand, who's playing tense but fit, is 0 for 1. She's playing right field today for the Platypi. And that's a swinging bunt, and Monstour was able to get out, get hold of it, and throw out Hand at first base. So 2 outs, and Kitty Kaufman, who's tense and fit, the designated hitter. So she's the first hitter. That one's outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes with 2 outs. That one's high. Ball 2. 2-0. Kaufman's known around the league as a tough out. Trapani delivers. That's in there for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Bases are empty for Kaufman. That's in there for called second strike, and the count is evened up 2-2. Again, Kaufman a tough out around the league. There she fouls that off into the dugout along the third baseline. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's popped up on the infield, and Japani's out, makes the catch for the third out, and we're heading into the top of the 7th. Steve Monstour 1 for 2, Billy LeBoy 2 for 2, and Magic Moore 0 for 2. Remington Sharp threw 1 pitch in his brief appearance in the 6th. Beewolves 2 runs on 7 hits, Platypi no runs, 2 hits. Come on, Beewolf. Let's get some more runs on the board here. Monstour's the catcher. He's 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI today. He's got good power versus right-handers. Unfortunately, Sharp is a left-hander. That's in there for a called strike. That one's outside. Ball 1. 1-1. There's a roller to Rodriguez at third base. The throw to Studwick is in time. 1 out.
Billy LeBoy likes the high pitch. 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Just got to get on. Really, we need some hits before anything. He takes his first pitch from Studwick. Misses outside. Ball 1. Or Sharp, I'm sorry. Remington Sharp hits that one hard into the gap at the right side. Right hand, right field. Hand picks it up and holds him up at first. Good single. I don't want him to say it.
Magic Moore, the center fielder's neutral and fit. He's 0 for 3 today. Billy LeBoy standing on first base, not a threat to steal, so he'll stay close. That's outside. Ball 1 to Magic Moore. That one's low. Ball 2. 2-0 to Magic Moore. That's a shot. That's going deep into the gap.
Oh!
And everybody's running. And Magic Moore's going to pull up with a triple, and Billy LeBoy's going to cross home plate for the third Beewolf run. Way to go.
Yeah, wow. Willie Bacon almost caught that. He made a diving attempt and dropped it down, but couldn't quite corral it, and that ended in a triple. Oh, Freddie Knox slams that one, Pete. I'll be surprised if it's not out. It's off the wall as well. Bacon picks it up. He's throwing a second, but Knox has wheels, and it's now 4-0 Beewolves.
Holy cow. Haley Dextero, neutral and well, 0 for 3 on the day, hitting .295. Freddie Knox standing at second base. First pitch is inside, ball 1. 1-0. Freddie Knox is off, and he stole third base. So Freddie Knox is standing at third base with 1 out. There's a single up the middle in the center field. Henry Dexteris is going to reach it. Freddie Knox crosses the plate. The score is now 5-0 Beewolves.
Way to go, Dex. Sorry?
Go ahead.
I was just saying, way to go, Dexteris, who was looking at 0 for 3. Gets on base. Here comes Laura Franco. Hits that one hard. Jumping grab by Muffin Studwick for the second out. Way to get back, Dexteris.
Yes, Dexteris heads up. Ruby Green steps up. The first baseman, she's 1 for 3. I mean, Green is the designated hitter. I'm sorry. 2 outs. That's in there for called strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs with a runner at first. That's fouled off along the first baseline, out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Hanley Dexter's is off, and he's going for third, and he's going to be in there.
Wow.
So there we go. Runners at first and third with 2 outs.
Buster Biggs up 1 for 3. Wow, and the pressure high now. It's 5-0 Beewolves, top of the 7th. That one's outside corner. And Remington Sharp's getting a little bit tired here. It looks like throws 2 quick balls, 2-0. The count to one of the hottest batters in the league. There, the runners. Oh, he goes. It's Hanley Dexter's. I hit the wrong button. I didn't want Dexter's to go. I wanted what's her face. Doggone it.
But the Beewolves pick up 3 more runs in the top of the 7th. Willie Bacon, Beefcake McStevens, and Muffin Studwick all coming up in the bottom of the 7th. Only Studwick with a hit so far. Willie Bacon 0 for 2. He's hitting .309. He's neutral and fit. Japani is locked in. She's at 57 pitches. Bacon is playing center field. I'm sorry.
She's getting ready to throw her. She's closing in on 60. Yeah, like you said, she's locked in. Taking her time there. There she goes. Hard hit straight to Knox, who's going to pick that up. Easy toss over to Franco for the first out. Beefcake Stevens is tense because he's 0 for 2. Good power, real good contact, a little bit shaken. Japani's throwing like a crazy person. First pitch in there, strike 1, 0-1 the count to Beefcake Stevens. Pitch number 60. Hit hard down the right line, foul ball, 0-2. She's got him in a bind, and she knows what to do in these situations. Gets her signal from Monstour, winds up, throws it. Hit hard. That one Knox is going to pick up, whip over to first, not in time. Good effort, though. Good effort by Knox, who timed that dive just right. Studwick 1 for 2, the single. He's on fire. Great contact hitter, known as an RBI man. He's got some speed and a runner at first base. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 the count to Studwick. Hoping for the double play ball. Check swing, strike 2. Quickly ahead of the count. That one hit hard. Japani picks it up. Over to second to Dexter's. Throws the first, double play and out of the side.
All right. Beewolves 5 runs on 12 hits. Platypi no runs on 3 hits. Buster Biggs 1 for 3. Bertha Banks 1 for 3. Steve Monstour 1 for 3. Sharp is at 20 pitches and giving up 5 hits.
Now batting,
Buster Biggs, the left fielder's neutral and fit. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a single, hitting .393 on the seal.
That's oozing. Hits that one hard. It sounded like he broke his bat there. It's foul, the right side, 0-1. That one's hit hard on the right side again, deep. That's just short of the warning track. Hand is going to pull that in for the first out.
now batting, the third baseman.
Bertha Banks, the third baseman. She's locked in and fit. 1 for 3 on the day with a single. She's got 4 home runs, 12 RBIs on the season. She pops that one up into right field, and it's just foul, but Hand is able to get underneath it for 2 quick outs.
Steve Monstour, he's 1 for 3, single and RBI. He's got power against right-handers. He's facing a lefty at Remington Sharp. Hits the one hard, though, anyway. That looked like power to me, Pete. That's into the gap between and right center field. He's going to get 2 on this pretty easily. Bacon throws it in. He slides anyway. Nice double by Monstour.
Way to go, Wally. Yeah. Billy LeBoink, the right fielder, he's 3 for 3 with 3 singles and an RBI. He's hitting .356 on the season. Favors the high pitch, does LeBoink. We say that every time. It's that one foul along the first baseline. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. That one's high. Ball 1, 1-1. That's in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, but Sharp is a K-dud. Doesn't know how to get a strikeout if his life depends on it. And here comes Steve Monstour all the way around from second to score, making it 6-0. Beewolves.
It's officially a blowout here, and here comes Magic Moore. He's got good contact against left-handers like Sharp, who's now tense. First pitch makes it across, strike 1, 0-1 the count with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. There he goes, the runner. He's not going to be able to make it. Doggone it. They throw him out at second. I can never get those.
Yeah.
I run right away, and it's not enough. I should just stay put.
But Beewolves get another run, so it's 6 runs, 6-0. Beewolves. 2 up, Sky Rodriguez, Rory Crowds, and Tugboat Thomas. Japani's at 64 pitches with 5 strikeouts. and 3 hits, giving up 3 hits, I believe it was. Sky Rodriguez, the third baseman, steps in, sitting 250 on the season. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Strike 1. Japani delivers. That's in there for called second strike, and Rodriguez is in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes with no outs in the bottom of the 8th. Swing and a miss, and Rodriguez goes down on strikes. That's 6 now for Japani. Rory Crowds, the left fielder, he's 0 for 2 in the day. Neutral and fit. 1 out for Japani, who is locked in. That's low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. That's in there for a called strike. Evens up the count at 1-1. Energy Squelch Light. That's a high fly ball into center field, and Magic Moore is there. Makes the catch for the second out. Tugboat Thomas, the catcher, is neutral and fit. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a single. One of the few hits the Platypi have been able to muster. Japani is now on fire. That's in there for called strike. That was getting ready to throw her 72nd pitch. That's inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. That's fouled off along the third baseline, and Thomas is behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Base is empty. Allen's outside. That evens up the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The delivery popped up behind home plate, and Monsteur's out. Makes the catch for the third out. Ladies and gentlemen, what a game. Going into the top of the 9th. Beewolves 6, Platypi nothing. Magic Moore 1 for 3 with a triple. Freddie Knox 2 for 4 with a double. And Hanley Dexter's 1 for 4. Sharp's thrown 30 pitches and given up 7 hits. Magic Moore, our center fielder, is neutral and fit. He's got good connection versus left-handed. Oh!
Yeah.
And Remington Sharp, the relief pitcher, is going to get pulled, and they're going to bring in Carlos Flex. Carlos Flex is a starting pitcher, a relief pitcher. He's got an 8.47 ERA, a 1.41 whip. He's got 15 strikeouts on the season. Feeling neutral and fit. He's got a very good velocity, very good junk, and he's got about average accuracy. He's not fully rested, so he's pitched recently, and he's known around the league as a K-man. So throws a 4-seam fastball, a 2-seam fastball, a curveball, and a change. So coming up.
They go from a K-dud to a K-man. First pitch is right in there for a strike, 95 miles an hour. Top of the 9th, 6-0 Beewolves. Quickly 2 strikes off a foul ball there to Magic Moore. It was a good move to bring in a righty against Moore because he likes lefties. Lines that one down the third base sign, foul. Still 0-2 to Magic Moore. Shows bunt. Bunts it down. They're able to pick it up, throw it to first, just barely beat him. Trying some new strategy there.
Just wanted to keep them thinking. Freddie Knox, the second baseman's locked in and fit. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Strike 1. There's a smash in the left field, but Crowds is able to get to it and make the catch for the second out. 2 quick outs in the top of the 9th.
Hanley Dexter's up now 1 for 4 with a single RBI. Hoping to go 2 for 5. Ball 1 down low. Just be patient, Mr. Dexteris. Ball 2. Way to go there. Hanging in there. Dexteris is looking well. Ooh, that one's a great pitch, but he a little early hits it foul. 2-1. Hits that one hard down the right field side. It's going to drift foul, and hopefully, yes, Hand can't get there in time. 2-2-2. The K-Man sets in. Dexteris hits it. It's a grounder over Cartman in second. Throw to first. 3 outs.
Coming up in the bottom of the 9th, Kerry Cartman 0 for 2, Linda Hand 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and Kitty Kaufman 0 for 3. Japani's at 75 pitches, 6 strikeouts, giving up 3 hits. Beewolves leading 6-0. They've out-hit the Platypi 14-3.
Kerry Cartman.
Kerry.
The Cartman. Generally a contact hitter, good speed if he gets on base. Watches the first pitch, mitts outside, ball 1. Japani throw her 77th pitch. Inside corner, strike 1. She's got plenty of gas in the tank. She's going to go a full game here. Knock on wood if she doesn't get hit by something. Strike 2 to Cartman. 1-2 the count. The Platypi needs 6 runs to tie this game up. At the bottom of the 9th there, Pete. Ooh, tries to get him chasing a bad curveball. Does it. 2 apiece. Inside corner, ball 3. That was just missed. Now we're full up. Cartman 3-2. 80 pitches under her belt, and she's on fire. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice changeup by Japani. Cartman not pleased with himself. Linda Hand is 0 for 2 intense, doing so well in the field, catching a lot of balls up there in right field. Just hasn't put it together offensively. Watches the first pitch go, and there's a strike. 1-1 to Linda Hand. That one just misses outside ball 1. We're even up at 1 apiece. Japani still on fire. Fools her inside corner. Strike 2, 1-2 the count. Pitch number 85 is going to be right in there. Strike 3. Wow, Japani's still throwing K's in the bottom of the 9th. And she's got one more batter to go up against. It's Kitty Kaufman. It's a tough out, but she's 0 for 3 today and looking tense. Normally a really good contact hitter for the Platypi. Hits that one very well, but it's foul on the third base side. 0-1 a count. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. That one's hit hard to Franco. Picks it up the ground. She's going to run it down herself, and it's another Beewolves win, Pete.
Yes, sir. And they just keep rolling along, and they're doing it decisively.
Yeah.
These are not one-run games. These are good games here.
Look at all the white in the stands there. A lot of people made the trip out. It's not a difficult trip to go from Phoenix to San Diego, and the fans are showing up and letting them hear it. It's they got started off early with those 2 runs, which is good.
Yeah.
And then there was a drought. Everybody battled back and forth, and they, like you said, they kind of broke it open in the 7th.
Yeah, and but you mean I'm expecting to see Japani as one of the stars of the game. I mean, what a game she had quietly, quietly. She went to work and she did what she had to do. She held these guys off of the score sheet, and held them to only. It's a 3-hit shutout.
Yeah, against the first place team.
Yeah, I mean that's something, man. That's a major accomplishment. And then even in the 9th, after I think she's the first Beewolf pitcher to have a complete game, isn't she? No, I think maybe what's his name, Hurley Bender. I think Bender might have one.
Yeah.
But even in the 9th inning, she struck out the first 2 batters.
Yeah.
She was still dealing in the 9th.
Unusually, Franco goes 0 for 4, but everyone else producing. If you look over down the right side there, Pete, there's only one person with a batting average in the 200s, and that's just barely. Andy Dexter is sitting 297, has the worst batting average at 297 of everybody else on the field. They're putting some amazing offense together recently.
Yeah, they are. They really are. And there's some good base running going on. They're not leaving a lot of people on base. They're getting people across the plate, which is key, which was something we were hoping to see pretty much all season long. So yeah, good game.
On the other side, the Platypi only had one player bat 4 times in Kaufman. Everyone else batted thrice.
And she never touched the ball. She batted 4 times and never even touched the ball. So
Japani struck Rodriguez out twice, struck Hand out twice. Wow. Well, speaking of it, Japani gets the win. She plays the full game, 9 innings, gets only 3 hits off her in 9 innings. That number 8 strikeouts, it's what we so often see. Her ERA drops to a 3.66. She's now 3-2 on the season, has that winning record going toward the playoffs. That's a great win for her.
Yeah, and I think she might be our first pitcher with an ERA below 4.
Ooh.
So Zumar, the Platypi pitcher, he gets the loss. He went 5 2/3, gave up 7 hits, 2 earned runs, and 1 strikeout. His ERA is at 3.89. His record is 0-2. Remington Sharp came in, pitched 2 1/3 innings. He gave up 7 hits as well, but he gave up 4 earned runs. His ERA jumps up to 5.01. He's got 2 wins, no losses, and 2 saves. And then Felix pitched the 9th inning, and his ERA is 8, and his record's 2 wins, 3 losses. 3 stars of the game. There she is, Tommy. Number 1, our B-ranked pitcher, Fran Japani. She goes 9 innings, gives up 3 hits, has 8 strikeouts on the day.
Oh, yeah,
Way to go.
Yeah, great.
Way to go.
Fran Japani showed a night here in San Diego. She's earned a couple games off. She's followed closely by second star of the game, the B-ranked right fielder Billy LeBoink, number 12. Billy LeBoink, 4 for 4 today with 2 RBIs and a run. Billy LeBoink, normally that would make you first star of the game.
Yeah, and LeBoink, that's LeBoink's MO. He's just a workman. He comes in and he does his job. Rounding out the 3 stars, Freddie Knox, the second baseman, who's been just playing lights out lately. He goes 2 for 5. He has a double, an RBI, scores a run, and stole a base. But not just any base, stole third base. So, yeah, way to go. Breaks down. Tommy G had 9 hits, 4 RBIs, 2 great catches, and 2 strikeouts with a 53 contribution. PJ only had 5 hits with 2 RBIs, 1 stolen base, and 6 strikeouts, 47% contribution.
6 Ks, nice. 6,000.
Yeah. I was dealing, man. Although I'm not hit. I always feel like I'm hitting better, and then we get to the end of the game, and it's like, yeah, you only had 3 hits. You're like, wait a minute, what? I thought I had a couple more than that.
What the what? Yeah, well,
but I'll take it. And I got the steal on third base. I'll take that too.
Yeah. Now we're back home then in Phoenix for the next game, right?
What?
For our next game, we're back home in Phoenix.
Yes, the Wild Pigs are coming in to visit us, and we will have the Wild Pigs. We'll be home for the Wild Pigs, and then we go back on the road.
Right. So we got 17 games to tell you about before we can go into what will be, the standings. And it doesn't look like you and I are going to watch any of these because neither of them are here or there. So why don't you start us off, Pete, with the Sawteeth out in Colorado visiting the Warblers.
Okay, the Sawteeth go out and visit the Warblers, and it's Sawteeth 17-3 over the Warblers.
Wow. The Moose visit the Goldcoats, and that's a one-sided Goldcoats win, 10-7, 10-4.
Wild Pigs and the Water Bullets, it's Water Bullets 6-3.
That's a surprise. Jacks visit the front runners in Philadelphia. Jacks won at 4-3.
The Crocs and the Freedom, and it's the Crocs 13-4.
The Outlaws visit the Hot Corners. Hot Corners 2-zip.
The Arctics and the Wide Loads, it's back and forth battle, but the Arctics win 6-5.
Goldcoats of the Nemesis, that's our division. The Goldcoats take it 5-0. Help us out.
The Wild Pigs and the Moose have a back and forth battle, but it's the Wild Pigs that pull it out 9-7.
Overdogs go to visit the Water Bullets in Florida, and Overdogs take it 5-4.
In 10, the Jacks travel to meet the front runners, and it's the Jacks in 10, 8-3.
Hot Corners visit the Grapplers, and it's Hot Corners 4-2. How about that?
The Crocs and the Freedom in their second frame here, and it's all Crocs 11-4.
The Moose visit the Overdogs. That should be one-sided, and it is. It's all Moose. Oh, 8-4.
The Jacks visit the Nemesis, and it's Nemesis 7-5.
Our sister Sandcats visit the Freedom. It's 5-1 Freedom.
Warblers and the Grapplers. It's Grapplers early, and it's Grapplers late. Grapplers 11 over the Warblers 8.
So start us off in the Pioneer Conference, Pete.
The Pioneer Conference looks a little something like this, Tom. If I had to tell you about it, this is what I would say. Pioneer Conference Pathfinder Division, the Moose holding a comfortable 4-game lead over the Burners, Blowfish, and the Freedom. The Moose sitting comfortably with a record of 23-13, while Burners, Blowfish, and Freedom all tied for second place with records of 19-17. And just to kind of add this, the Crocodons find themselves a half game out of that 3-way tie with a record of 19-18. And they're only 4.5 games out of first place. So,
jeez, yeah. Every team in that division's got a winning record. You drop down to the Uncharted Division, it's a little bit different. The Wild Pigs take first place back from those Platypi. They're 18-17, and the Platypi are now 18-18 after the loss to the Freebooters, or to the Beewolves.
Down in the Journey Division, our sister team, the Sandcats, who have held first place for a lot of weeks now. Sandcats are sitting in first place with a record of 23-13. They have a 2.5 game lead over the Arctics, who are in second place with a record of 21-16.
Explorer Conference, our conference, the Seafarer Division. The new hottest team in the league is the Gold Coats of California. They're 23-12, 657 percentage win. They have a 2.5 game lead now ahead of the Houston Jacks, who are 21-15.
In our very own trade division, our very own Beewolves, by virtue of the win, have a record of 17-19 and hold a 2-game lead over the Nemesis and the Sirloin, who are sitting in second place with records of 15-21. And again, they are 2 games out of first place.
And we've brought our run differential down to a -16. It's getting really competitive on that front.
I'm telling you, maybe we can. Yeah, if we can finish the season above 500 and maybe with a plus run differential, that would be something.
I tell you. Finishing things off in the Curiosity Division, the San Jose Sawteeth are in first place there at 21-16 record. They're a game and a half ahead of the other San Diego team, the Moon Stars, who are 18-16. And now, if we go real quick to the, just want to check the standings again. Go to the wild card race, Pete.
Yes, sir.
You want to tell us? I'll tell you about the Pioneer Conference. So again, you got the division leaders, the Moose in first, the Sandcats in first, the Wild Pigs in first. The Arctics are the wild card contender right now. They got the best record outside of the first place teams. They're 21-16, which is amazing. So they should win it. They've got a 1.5 game spread out ahead of the Burners, Blowfish, and Freedom. So they should take it, but there's still enough baseball to play that's not locked up yet.
That's true. And over in the Explorer Conference, if the season ended today, the Gold Coats, the Sawteeth, and the Beewolves, by virtue of being their first place standing in the divisions, would be in, and the wild card contender would be the Jacks. The Jacks have a record of 21-15 and puts them in the front spot for that wild card space. But just behind them, a half game behind them, are the Philadelphia Frontrunners with a record of 20-15. So, and again, just behind that, the Heaters at 1 game out. So there's still a lot of baseball left to be played. Nothing set in stone. But if the season ended today, it would be Gold Coats, Sawteeth, Beewolves, and Jacks.
Yeah, our next game is going to be against those Wild Pigs, the first place, right? They are first place. We'll go back here again. No, yes, I'm sorry. So another first place team. Well, we handled the last first place team pretty well. The only thing is the schedule here. We're down to the wire. Now we only have how many games left do we have? This is going to be game 37. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more games left in the season, Pete.
Yes, sir.
Boy, this is the
one. And the one with the Wild Pigs, that's going to be a tough one. We got Hurley Bender, our number 1, going for us. So I have a feeling the Wild Pigs are going to have their number 1 going for them too. So they're going to be tough.
Yeah,
they're going to be tough.
You got Flash Evans, Spanky Wagner. Now we saw these guys play when we were out in New York. Between games, we watched them. I forgot who they hosted. And they played well, but 18-17. I mean, that's not far off from where we're at. So I mean, even though they're first place, we could beat these guys.
Well, yeah. I mean, then you look at it. I'm looking at starting pitcher Smesson. His record's 2-4.
Yeah.
Michaels, his batting average is 199. Evans is 161. They're notable players.
Yeah.
Are they notable because they suck?
Well, real quick, coming up the ticker here, Colton Ayala gets signed onto the Water Bullets. He replaces Mauricio McClary. The 37-year-old first baseman outfielder is leaving. His salary was $5.5. He was C+. They pick up a B- first base center fielder, 34-year-old, a little bit younger. They lose some power and contact, but they pick up in the field. He's got much more speed, fielding, and arm. He makes 4.1 too. So they got better defense for less money. So that was kind of a good move by them.
Yeah. And then player development available, an endorsement contract for Dusty Winder. He's rearing to take on a new training regimen for $696,000. He can pick up 3 on his velocity, he can lose 2 on his junk, and he can pick up 4 on his accuracy. There's a 13% chance that he could pick up 11 on his velocity and a 10% chance he can pick up 9 on his accuracy.
And then Hanley Dexter's got him some new contacts, which improved his contact. He goes from an 85 to an 88. I'm looking forward to seeing that put to practice.
I was going to say, so he's an 88 on contact. He's like a 99 on speed, isn't he?
Yeah, something. He's
got to be the greatest player in the league, and yet he can't steal a base.
Well, it's good to see him getting warmed back up. Good to have him back. So, yeah, hopefully he comes alive for the playoffs, and that's when we need him.
So he's got 88 for connectivity. He's got an 87 speed, 99 fielding, and a 74 arm. Yeah, this has got to be the greatest baseball player ever. And yet, so let's look at his stats. Let's go. Let's rub salt in the moon. Let's rub salt in the wound here. Hanley Dexter's. It even says bench. He's on the bench. 148 at bats. He's only gotten 44 hits. He's hitting 297. 14 runs. 64 total bases. He's hit 5 doubles, 3 triples, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 3 stolen bases. 3 stolen bases.
Yeah.
That's horrible for a guy that fast.
Well, and he was caught stealing
7 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. How many home runs does he have? I didn't even see how many home runs he had. Home runs. 3. He's only got 3 home runs. Again, and then you look at the numbers.
Yeah.
He's 87 speed. He should be able to basically take any base any time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's got to get his confidence back there, and I think he'll be doing that.
I think that's it.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up here in San Diego. It's a nice trip out. We're gonna head right back to Phoenix, where we're gonna host those wild pigs. And now wait a second. Now, before I close out the schedule, we've got. Okay, yeah. So we do this home game, and then we're on a road trip for 3 games, and then we're home for the rest of the season. So
I like that.
Yep. All right. Home for brief fun. Wild Pigs. Show up for that one. It's 2 first place teams. That'll be good. That should be a game of the week sort of thing. Anyway, until then, this is Tommy G.
This is Pete J. And we're saying, get out of here. We'll see you next time.
Good night.